have this group of little finger-like things, okay, that are undulating around, okay? They're pulling the little egg up and in, okay? We have our uterine tube, travels down the tube, okay? Maybe it gets into the uterus here. No, that's a bad one. I suck at this. Okay, into the uterus, maybe it implants. If it does, okay, we have a little baby going. There you go. He doesn't look very happy. The baby implants, if the fertilized egg implants, a couple of weeks starts to form the placenta. Okay? The placenta is going to produce, okay, a hormone, HCG, which is going to stimulate this guy here. This is the corpus luteum. And the corpus luteum is going to produce progesterone, which is going to be sedating or inhibiting smooth muscle contraction of the uterus. So we have a positive feedback loop because it's causing something, okay? And then we have a negative feedback loop here because it's negating something. So positive and negative feedback loop in the same series. And it's essential for maintenance of the pregnancy. If this doesn't happen, okay, HCG will not be produced, and this corpus luteum will die, okay? Therefore, the progesterone levels that are maintaining or sedating the uterus, now we would undergo menses, and so on either side, you know, the vagina is there, and out through the cervix would travel the endometrial tissue, okay, and the egg would travel out. So in the female, obviously, we have a couple of things to remember if implantation occurs or if it doesn't. And they are, as we discussed in the endocrine system, temporary endocrine glands. Okay, so they're, you know, on a monthly basis if that was to happen. So again, however it sticks to your brain, that's what we want to do. Okay, I don't care how it happens. I'd like you to, you know, I'd like everybody in here to get 100%. That would be awesome. But I don't think it's going to happen. I'm not going to fool myself into thinking it's going to happen. So we'll do our best. Okay. So those are diagrams with a lot of discussion surrounding them. So the rest of this will be fast. Everybody has the diagrams down? I hope on Tuesday I have energy to do this. I might be there on Thursday. Okay. So first topic. So cytology, study of the cell. Organelle and functions. Okay? So I think there were 11 organelles that we talked about. Each one of them had one particular function that we focused on. And that's not necessarily the entire truth, but that's okay, because we wanted to limit it to a certain amount of information. Okay? So nucleus contains all of the DNA. Great. Nucleolus, associated with it, production of ribosomes. Rough endoplasmic reticulum that surrounds the nucleus, okay? And this is where, if you had some understanding of physiology, where you said, okay, reproduction of the DNA. The DNA is my blueprint for building stuff. That stuff being proteins. I have in my nucleolus ribosomes. Ribosomes build proteins. Great. I have my manufacturing site, my rough endoplasmic reticulum, has a whole bunch of ribosomes. Would it make sense for me to have a manufacturing plant all the way over on the other side of the cell? Absolutely not. So that's going to help you remember where it lies. So if you can kind of understand what the process is or what the procedure is, then you can tie it all together. So rough endoplasmic reticulum, okay, the proteins. It's kind of the manufacturing site. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum, synthesis of cholesterols, steroids, lipids, okay, so lipid-based materials. We have the Golgi apparatus. It's like FedEx. It picks up all the stuff that is produced by the cell and it ships it out, pushes it out through the cell wall via exocytosis. Okay? We have lysosomes that lyse things. Okay? They break stuff up. They hydrolyze stuff. Okay? Then I have my peroxisomes using peroxide. Okay? That's kind of what we're going to detoxify stuff. Okay? It helps to detoxify things. So it will help to oxidize whatever it's rendering it inert. Hopefully, they work well. We had the centrioles and the microtubules that were essential for mitosis. Mitosis, that process. PMAT is what you need to remember: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And you're pretty much done with cytology. Okay? So, big stuff. Histology. What did I have here? This. What does connective tissue do? Okay? What are its functions? Okay? What's the function of epithelial tissue? What's the function of muscle? What's the function of nerves? Pretty big, overriding thing. Specifically, some confusing ones. Connective tissue is a very broad topic, okay? And it's not just tissues that connect one thing to another, but it's also involved with blood, because the overriding definition is that it's a cellular element in a matrix. Okay? So blood fits that. Blood is a series of cellular elements in plasma, which is the matrix. It just happens to be a lipid. What's the job of blood? Immune system and transportation. Okay? Bone, the hardest of the group, okay? Okay. It is used also for storage. Okay? So storage of calcium. Lipid, okay, or your fat, okay, your adipose tissue. This is great stuff, okay, for protection. Keeps us warm, thermal, okay, so it's an insulator. It's storage of fat for energy, okay. So think more or less outside the name of connective tissue. So connective tissue is telling you that it's connecting one thing to another, but there's more to it, okay, so don't get boxed in on that one, all right. So histology, tissue, and function. Integumentary system, we had, so the structures that are in it, or the organs, okay, their function, some questions on cancer, and some questions on burns, and glands and biome. If you know this, sweat glands, okay, two different kinds, apocrine and eccrine. Apocrine secreting milky white protein, lipid, proteinaceous substance. Axillary, okay, genital regions, gives you your body odor, pheromones, okay. Another sweat gland, eccrine, for cooling. We'll see water with some ions in it, okay, used for cooling. Focus in forehead, hands, and feet. Highly vascular areas, lots of radiation of heat, lots of convection of heat. So those are a couple of the glands. We also had modified apocrine gland, breast, ceruminous glands in the ear, okay? They secrete cerumen, great. Sebum is produced by the sebaceous glands, and that's the oil on your skin, maintains pliability, decreases the adherence of bacteria, also binds up bacteria, helps kill them. Increases our waterproofing, okay? Both loss of water as well as the function of water. So glands, other big structures, the rector pili muscles, there's the hair follicle. We had Pacinian and Meissner's corpuscles. Okay, what is it? What does it do? Okay, cancer. We had three kinds. Okay, we had melanoma, the worst. Why is it the worst? Because it's resistant to chemotherapy. Okay, not a great survival rate there. We had squamous cell carcinoma, excision, low chemotherapy, good, or radiation. And then we had basal cell carcinoma, the best one to get, I suppose, if you have a cancer that you want to get. And that is very survivable. Just excise it, and most of the time it's just fine without any treatments at all. Burns, first, second, third degree. First degree burn, red, painful, swollen, sunburn. Okay? Epidermisal. Second degree burn, considered a partial thickness burn. It goes epidermis and partially into the dermis. We're not killing the dermis though. Okay? And it red, painful, swollen with blistering. Third degree burn all the way through the dermis. They're pain-free because we've killed all the nerves. Okay, we've damaged the dermis, and it's usually charred or cherry red or ashen because it's burned tissue. Okay, it's like burning a steak, overcooking a steak, and so it wouldn't have any pain. Person would die of infections or dehydration. So good stuff there. But again, remember, so I only have